We're weak. Starmer's weak. Boris Johnson was weak. And until we get a government that cares about the whole country, including the 186 seats that sit in coastal communities, we've had it. We really have had it.
The Prime Minister is reportedly preparing to cave in to the European Union and agree a deal which guarantees European fishing boats continued and increased access to British waters for 4 extra years. Now, in a significant concession ahead of the UK-EU summit, Sir Keir Starmer hopes the compromise will break the deadlock with Brussels as he tries to secure his much-vaunted Brexit reset. Lord Frost, the former Brexit negotiator, has described the move as a shameful surrender of fishing communities' rights. And I'm joined now by the former Brexit Party MEP and fishing campaigner June Mummery. June, welcome to the show. Always a pleasure to have your company. June, you put down a video at the weekend in no uncertain terms, speaking your mind to the Prime Minister. Tell us your thoughts.
I'm absolutely disgusted. And as for David Frost pointing that out, well, wasn't he, along with Boris Johnson, didn't he sell us out 5 years ago? I mean, let's get things in perspective here. The Tories are to blame initially. You know, we voted to leave the EU, take back full control of our waters and the rich, lucrative resource, to rebuild deprived coastal communities. And they really are deprived, Martin. You know, you only have to go around the coastal towns to just see how bad things are, because their natural industry has been taken away, been stolen from them. So, you know, let's get that straight. The Tories started this, and now Labour have come in, and they are just going to continue with this same codswallop, in my opinion, and that is what it is. How can we be an independent coastal state when we don't even control our own waters? What leader of a country would do that to its people?
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
I mean, we've got an ocean full of fish, full of a rich resource, whether it is fishing, wind energy or aggregates, any of that. Shouldn't we be harvesting these rich resources? I just don't understand it. Why is fishing always brought in? It obviously proves one thing. It is a great resource to have, and it is worth lots and lots of money to the EU. But for some reason, our government, couldn't care less. You know, coastal folk, they're just this sorry people. We're the kings and queens. Suck it up, buttercups on the coast. We don't care about coastal communities. And the only party that does is Reform UK. We are and have been fighting for this industry since 2016 and prior to that.
Now, June, June, a lot of people watching this would say, in fact, Kemi Badenoch was commenting last night on GB News. She sat down with Chris Hope saying the Labour Party and perhaps some in the Conservative Party don't seem to understand fishing. It's only 1% of GDP. Why do Brexiteers, why do people like yourself get so impassioned about it? It's only 1% of the gross domestic product.
Well, it's only worth GDP of 1% because we've given it away. 80% of the fish the EU catches comes from our waters. I mean, you only got to look at Iceland. When they kicked us out, within 2 weeks, we were buying fish from them because we had thousands and thousands of jobs on the Humber that needed raw material to continue. And the same thing with us. You know, and it's a food resource. So what are we going to do? And looking back at the industries, what industry will coastal folk have? Because it's just not fishing. That is GDP is only net to plate. From plate onwards, there's another 7 series of employment of various different things, from even building ships. It was just a massive thing for our island nation. But, you know, we don't take it seriously because they don't care, Martin. They don't care.
And June, what's incredible about this is that if fishing is such a small part of GDP, if it's so inconsequential, why do the French and the Spanish care so much about British fish?
Exactly right. I mean, fishing is, and not just that, it's a wonderful, simple industry. And if we had taken back control when we left the EU, I would predict by now it would be thriving. Thousands and thousands of jobs would be created. You know, I'm fed up with wind energy brings all these jobs. No, they don't. That's another lot of codswallop, in my opinion. There's a few jobs with the boats that go out to sea, but they're all the majority of wind farms are all foreign owned as well. So they bring their own people in that come over here from various different countries. We're weak. Starmer's weak. Boris Johnson was weak. And until we get a government that cares about the whole country, including the 186 seats that sit in coastal communities, we've had it. We really have had it. Just look at how many coastal seats was lost in that general election. And I can tell you this, Martin, if our Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, sells us out, I will terrorise him. And I will never let those we have got 3-4 good MPs in coastal seats that are fighting. But apart from that, you know, we hope the others actually get out from under the table and say to him, we can't do it. Because those Labour coastal seats will be toast.
OK, we have to leave it there. June Mummery, shooting straight from the hip, as ever. Thank you very much for coming on GB News today. It's always a pleasure.
At GB News, we believe in the power of free speech. We're not afraid to ask the tough questions, challenge the status quo, and give you a voice. While others silence dissent, we champion the truth. So by becoming a GB News member, you're not just supporting free speech, you're defending it. Please do consider supporting us today. Together, we'll hold the powerful to account and make sure your voice is always heard. Simply go to gbnews.com/support and stand with us for what matters most.